Welcome to another episode of Fans and Jerseys. Today we're doing a special episode, the defensive depth chart.
First, we're going to start off with right backs. And as you can see over my shoulder, my right back depth chart goes DeAndre Yedlin, Keegan Rosenberry, Graham Zusi, and Timmy Chandler. How about you, Will?
For me, it's DeAndre Yedlin, Graham Zusi, Keegan Rosenberry, and then Andrew Farrell.
So that's pretty close. Obviously, DeAndre Yedlin is our starter, and he's got speed, he's got skill on the ball, and he's gotten a lot better physically going one-on-one with defenders, and that's really what we like about him now.
Yeah, I think by far he's our best option right there. Rosenberry, he's a young kid, and he's just starting out. And Graham Zusi is brand new to the position.
That's right. It's kind of interesting. We did our depth charts separately, and we flip-flopped Keegan Rosenberry and Graham Zusi. Obviously, our fourth players are a little different, but I like Rosenberry just because of his one-on-one ability. Obviously, he's young. He can be molded to be whatever we want him to be, and I absolutely like that about him.
Yeah, he has great stamina. He played the full 90 in every single game in MLS last year, and he didn't get a single yellow card, which is amazing for a back.
Yeah, like that. And Graham Zusi, we talked about him a lot in our last two videos. We like what we see in him. He's a physical guy. He knows how to push forward and brings a lot of quality to the position that we might not have seen before.
Yeah. We definitely have a little more depth than I think we did. Before it was Yedlin and then who knows what.
Yeah, I got Timmy Chandler up there. He was really our number two. He hasn't really shown us why he should be the starter at the position or even on the depth chart. I just think Bruce Arena could potentially bring out the better in him. I feel like under Klinsmann, it just something wasn't clicking, and I'm really hoping that it does under Arena. He's done well abroad.
Yeah, he shows flashes of it with his club team. My fourth pick was Farrell. He's played well with New England. He hasn't had a ton of opportunities with the men's national team, so I would like to see him get in there. But he's a question mark, just like Chandler. He's still young, so hopefully he can still develop into something.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things for the MLS, and I wouldn't mind Arena bringing him in and seeing what he can do.
Yeah, maybe for the Gold Cup this summer or something like that.
That would be a perfect position for him. Now let's move on to the left backs. My depth chart starts with Jorge Villafana, then Eric Lehigh, Jonathan Bornstein, and Edgar Castillo. How about you, Will?
Mine is a little bit different. I have Fabian Johnson still as a left back, Villafana, Licha, and then Breck Shea as my fourth left back.
That's interesting that you still see Fabian Johnson as the starting left back. I just think he's better as an attacking player, and I'd like to see him up there.
Yeah. I think we have other attacking players, and in order to get the best 11 guys on the field, I think Fabian Johnson at left back is appropriate.
I can see your point there, but I really think Jorge Villafana can solidify that position enough to push Johnson forward. And then behind him, I've got Eric Lehigh. He can play right back or left back. He's done very well overseas, and he's been steady there for a number of years.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that he hasn't gotten the call up. He hasn't really seen much playing time for the United States, if at all. And that has kind of bothered me. You always hear about how well he's doing overseas. And obviously he's got the diversity to play right back and left back, which could have really done us well when we were trying to groom DeAndre Yedlin for that position over there at right back. Beyond that, Jonathan Bornstein, Edgar Castillo, more question marks. They do have some quality, and they could potentially be decent backups.
Yeah. The fourth guy that I have up there is Breck Shea. He's a question mark. He was involved early with Klinsmann, then he fell off, and now he's back in the MLS and he's playing, but he's still not getting regular minutes all the time. So he's a huge question mark, but he has the skill and the pace to, I think, play left back. The question is, can he play it at the national team level?
Yeah, there's a long time where people were saying, is he a winger, is he a left back? and he's still kind of an in-between player there. You could place him at the left back position. I know there's a lot of fans of Breck Shea out there that want to see him playing at that high level. He's not there yet. I would really like to see him back there because he was a few years ago.
Yeah, he was. He was a really good player for the national team, and then I don't know what happened. He fell off, and hopefully he can get back on.
Absolutely.
So from here, we're going to move to the center backs. For my center backs, the most obvious pairing is Brooks and Cameron. After that, I have Omar Gonzalez, Steve Birnbaum, Hedges, and then Beasler. And then I have a couple younger guys who are still coming up. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Walker Zimmerman, and Matt Miazga.
Yeah, John Brooks, Jeff Cameron, they're the standard there. They performed extremely well in 90% of the games last year. John Brooks kind of fell off at the end. I don't really think that's him. I think he's a better player. You see him over at Hertha Berlin doing really well. I just want to see him get back to playing at that high level for the United States. After that, I've got Omar Gonzalez and Matt Beasler. They were the standard. They have a good relationship together. And as a backup, that's a pretty good backup.
Yeah, that's solid.
I wouldn't mind putting them out there during any game. It's just we've got two better players in Brooks and Cameron. And then after that, I've got Steve Birnbaum and Walker Zimmerman. These two guys, Birnbaum's played well for us in spots. He doesn't really have a pairing to work with right now because we've moved him around a lot, just trying different pairs out. Walker Zimmerman's a young guy, and he could definitely get in there. After that, I've got a Tim Ream. He's a spot player who could just be put in there as a plug-in, play there or at right back, depending on how things are going. He's a veteran. He's done well in the past for the United States, and he's got the quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for Brooks, I mean, we probably saw his worst game in a men's national team uniform in the last one. I agree. I don't think that's the real John Brooks. And I think he'll bounce back in these next the World Cup qualifiers coming up.
Yeah, definitely. He's got one bad game and a dozen good ones, so he's our top player there at center back.
I mean, the thing that I always remember is him in the Copa America, just running back, chasing that guy down, and the fist pump afterward. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Love to see more of that from him. Maybe not so much in a 1-on-3 defending situation, but he's a great player and he does wonders for us in front of the goal.
Yeah. So a couple of the young guys that I have are Carter Vickers and Matt Miazga. Carter Vickers is a real solid kid. He's been playing with older people for a while. And he was in 18. He was playing with the 20s, and then before that with the 18 when he was younger. So he plays against bigger guys, and he is a big guy himself. So I think he can step up in the next few years. Maybe not this year, maybe in the Gold Cup, potentially maybe early rounds. And then Matt Miazga, he I think a little prematurely went overseas. He probably could have used maybe another year in the MLS, but he seems to have found a spot with his loan club, and hopefully he can turn things around and get back on the team.
Yeah, Jeff Cameron's only getting older, and Cameron Carter-Vickers could step right in right now and pair with Brooks very well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then with Matt Miazga, he was great with the Red Bulls. He seems to have kind of found his footing. Obviously, a move overseas is tough, and especially when you're that young, you don't really have the maturity to understand everything that goes with it. I think he's gaining that maturity. He's finding confidence again. He could be back with us very soon.
Yeah. It's a similar situation to what we saw with DeAndre Yedlin. He went over, he didn't get a ton of minutes with Tottenham, but then he found the right team, and he's played awesome. So hopefully Matt Miazga can do the same.
Indeed. So moving on to goalkeepers, I've got Nick Romando in that top spot, followed very closely by Ethan Horvath and Brad Guzan. Couple different things in there. If Tim Howard's healthy, I have him in at the number 1 spot, and if Bill Hamid's healthy, I think he takes Ethan Horvath's spot. So if those two guys are healthy, it would be Tim Howard, then Bill Hamid, then Ethan Horvath. So a little different, it depends on the healthiness of our players.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those guys get healthy and be able to contribute. Bill Hamid really has got a lot of bad luck recently with injuries, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully he can solidify that, similar to what Josie Altidore has done recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with this position, we've seen a lot of injuries, unfortunately, the last few months even, which is never good, especially if for this position where we're getting a little thin.
Yeah.
So for my depth chart, I have Tim Howard again, when healthy, followed by Horvath, and then David Bingham. He's been solid. He's been playing a lot of minutes. Doesn't seem to get hurt, which maybe right now that's as good as we can get. I have Nick Raimondo down a little just because of his age. He's still an amazing goalkeeper, but I think we have some young guys that are ready now that need to see minutes. And then last, I have Bill Hamid. Again, barring any injuries, I think he could be better than number 5, but right now I have him at number 5.
Yeah, I think Gold Cup, you'd like to see Ethan Horvath get minutes along with Bill Hamid and David Bingham, just for these upcoming World Cup qualifiers. That's why I have Nick Raimondo in there. You know, he's confident, he's a good goalkeeper, and he's been there for a number of years.
Yeah. The lack of playing time that Brad Guzan has right now, just that's all that keeps him off my board. Hopefully when he comes into Atlanta, he can play full time and get the minutes back and get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that he chose a team that brought in a better quality goalkeeper right after he signed. That's not something you want to see, and I'm sure he's not pleased with that at all.
Yeah.
A move back to the States would be good for him, especially because he's probably going to be guaranteed minutes. And it's going to be good to see him get a lot of minutes very shortly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he needs minutes in order to get back with the team, I think. Ethan Horvath, he's young. He's not getting a ton of minutes either, but I feel like he's ready to step up. He needs to get minutes, and hopefully he does coming up with his team. But I think he's a real quality goalkeeper.
Yeah, if he doesn't get minutes, he needs to seek a transfer because he's a good quality goalkeeper and he needs to start.
Yeah.
So that's our defensive depth chart. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter, Buswell_USA.
And remember, like and subscribe if you want to see more.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Bye.